This evening, as the COI into the alleged plot to assassinate the president warms up, Police Commissioner Silal Pusod took to the stand today. On a day of the big ones, the alleged mastermind of the assassination plot, Nizam Khan, was also grilled today at the COI. It's Emancipation Day tomorrow, and Guyana again. This evening, as the COI into the alleged plot to assassinate the president warms up, Police Commissioner Silal Pusod took to the stand today. On a day of the big ones, the alleged mastermind of the assassination plot, Nizam Khan, was also grilled today at the COI. It's Emancipation Day tomorrow, and Guyana again celebrates the freedom of African slaves in these parts over 179 years ago. A local sitcom has hit the television airwaves as Guyana makes efforts to draw level with the real world. Fire has taken the life of a 56-year-old woman at her home on the east coast of Demerara, and murder in Berbice as a 17-year-old girl exits this life at the hands of her reputed husband.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Ramble Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with Basil Bradshaw.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel as well as our website ch2headlinenews.com. Join us. The COI into the alleged plot to assassinate the head of state of Guyana continued today, and no lesser a person than the man who has been shockingly embroiled in the saga, Commissioner Police Silal Pusod, was on the stand today. One of her two-man team at the COI is Wendell Jeffrey.
Basil, Guyana's top cop, Commissioner Silal Pusod, was on the witness stand in the Commission of Inquiry into the assassination plot against President Granger. The line of questioning from Mr. Hanneman, the attorney representing the Guyana Police Force, was to show that Mr. Pusod did his best and performed within the standard operating procedures as it relates to the matter surrounding the reported plot to kill the president. Mr. Hanneman sought to have Commissioner Pusod show that Assistant Commissioner Ramnarine, who was acting for him during the report of this incident, also did not show much attention to the matter.
And apart from that, the minister who he reports to while I'm away never brought that to my attention that Ramnarine reported this, and he would have acted between when this report was made and when I proceeded on leave on the 22nd for 3 weeks on different one-week occasions while I was overseas. He also would have attended the National Security Committee, and I haven't seen in those minutes any such indication, nor did anyone from the National Security Committee draw that to my attention.
When Mr. Hanneman asks Mr. Pusod why he thinks the acting commissioner would have a different statement in relation to this matter, Mr. Pusod said this.
But what I could say is that there weren't any logics for that, and that is something he might have made up while he was in his box.
It came out in the inquiry that the commissioner instructed that Mr. Nizam Khan, the accused, be released from the police station on his own recognizance on the very day that he was arrested. The commissioner was asked if this was a normal practice of his.
Yeah, a lot of the senior officers would call, including the acting commissioner, and I will advise on the issues that they call for. Additionally, several members of the public will reach me and make complaints, and I called whoever I think needs to address those complaints, make arrangement for those persons to meet with them, and sometimes advise on a procedure.
And that is how you have always operated, even
Yes.
while on leave. You
Yes.
play a part
Yes,
in the...
I cannot turn my back.
Mr. Prasad said that Mr. Imran Khan, the brother of the accused mastermind behind the assassination plot, contacted him. He said that on the day in question, Imran, who is a close friend of his, called him to complain that the police was at his brother's house to conduct a search without a warrant.
And contact me about a complaint that police were at his brother's house without a warrant to search. I was not telling him what they want to search for.
As the commissioner recalled the events, this is how it unfolded.
Imran Khan, I told him what the allegation was and encouraged him to have his brother cooperate with the police.
In a kind of an aside, the commissioner was asked why he did not inline the force after the fire and escape of those dangerous prisoners from the Camp Street prison. The commissioner said that there was no need to inline the force. He went on to say that the force has intelligence capabilities to tell where the escapees were. Mr. Prasad was asked why he did not contact Acting Commissioner Ramnarayan before the 3rd of April, even though the assassination plot was reported in March. The commissioner said that the officers investigating the matter were competent and professional, and asking what happened in relation to the matter would have been a waste of time.
Yeah, because we have a very strong intelligence apparatus, and I had a lot of confidence that it would have pointed us to where those persons were and have them recaptured.
Well, where's Varswick?
It's in Guyana, I think.
Where?
I don't know.
You have a strong intelligence operation. Tell us.
They probably know. The force probably knows. I don't know. I'm on it.
The commissioner said that he never took any notes when Acting Commissioner Ramnarayan briefed him about the assassination plan. When asked why he did not take any notes, he said this.
I told him what the allegation was and encouraged him to have his brother cooperate with the police.
Attorney Selwyn Peters sought to point out during the commissioner's testimony that Mr. Prasad instructed the subordinate ranks to let the accused go from custody.
I never believed that I would have been called to testify this.
No,
So had I known that from day one, yes, maybe I would have made notes.
So you were negligent in terms of making
No. I make notes when it's necessary. I didn't find it necessary.
But where your memo book there?
I have a personal diary.
Where your personal diary there?
It's in the office.
Yeah, you come to court today, you don't think you should have brought it?
No.
If this way you used to recollect your diary?
I'm saying that I didn't write anything in relation to this matter in that diary.
Mr. Prasad was told that Mr. Ramnarayan said that he would not have released either Imran nor Nazim Khan on bail if he, Mr. Prasad, did not request it, to which the commissioner said,
I suggest to you that when you called the Inspector Narayan and you told them to send the Imran Khan on his own recognizance, that was an order, that was no suggestion.
I could only tell you the words I used to him.
The inquiry heard that the charge of treason is a non-bailable offense, yet the commissioner requested that Mr. Khan be sent away on bail.
You already was, you testified earlier today, and you saw on the video that you spoke of publicly that you would have classified this action as treason.
Yeah, I did explain that, my knowledge of the law.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to suggest to you that treason is not a bailable offense.
That is true, but I also said that bail is not only on the gravity of the offense. There are other major considerations.
No, but in a serious case as treason, why you didn't pass the man through the magistrate court?
We don't do that.
The other day,
The inquiry continued with the testimony of Mr. Nizam Khan, the accused mastermind. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thank you, Wendell. And at that COI today, the man around whom the entire plot hinges, the alleged mastermind Nizam Khan, made his appearance. George Gonzalez also made his appearance from a journalistic point of view, though, and now reports.
Basil, the Commission of Inquiry into the plot to assassinate President David Granger has reached into its second week. This afternoon's session consisted of the questioning of Nazim Khan, the man accused of the plot. Attorney Selwyn Peters cross-examined Khan. Following today's session, Peters offered a personal assessment of the proceedings thus far.
I think the proceedings has brought out a lot of interesting evidence in terms of how the Commissioner of Police conducts his operation of the Guyana Police Force, in terms of the dysfunction between the upper echelon of the police force as between the Commissioner and his second-in-command, Mr. David Ramnarai. It has also sort of shows the sort of influence or perceived influence that civilians can exert on the upper echelon of the police force. When you see instances such as when you hear about Nizam Khan's conduct and Imran Khan's conduct, and they're released on bail without even having to sign any documents, and they're given back a firearm. They're given back their firearm in the face of a threat to kill a president. They're given back their firearms the same evening. So it certainly brings out quite a lot of interesting issues about the seriousness of the lack thereof that these investigators took in respect to the life of the president.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I'm George Gonzalez. Back to you, Basil.
Thanks, George. Coming up on Headline News after the break, a look at the local sitcom heating up the television airwaves and another year of activities for Emancipation Day tomorrow.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home. We also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Want to see the Amazon Warriors live and win tickets to the greatest cricket event of the year? Then show us your Warrior dance and you can win. It's easy. Check out our YouTube page, like the video, learn the moves, and upload your video for a chance to win.
GTT, proud sponsors of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. GTT, do more.
Clearance is having a massive blowout store-wide sale for 4 days, from the 26th to the 29th of July. So here's the deal. Shop any item and get the other at half price, or get 25% off any item store-wide. I'm talking ladies' jeans, dresses, tops. And for the fellas this summer, I'm talking jeans, jerseys, flip-flops, sneakers, everything you need to give you that sizzling summer look. So make your way down to Clearance. We've got all your camouflage gear for both ladies and gents. Remember, this massive store-wide blowout sale happens for 4 days, from the 26th to the 29th of July, right here at Clearance. Always keeping you in style.
As a parent who works at home with my business located right here, I use Blaze high-speed internet. At home, my daughter enjoys it for her educational learning apps, and I work at home as well, so the service is efficient for my business. Parents bring their children, and while the children are enjoying ice cream, the parents also relax and enjoy their free Wi-Fi services.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Styles, simply different.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
The time has come for Guyanese to move from local radio serials to local sitcoms in an effort to draw a parallel with those of the outer world that showcase traditional existence. Esther Sobers conducted a triangular conversation with two local producers of a sitcom now being aired on local television.
Guyanese can now look forward for a new, filled with laughter, family-oriented sitcom. Many of us may know of the once popular foreign sitcoms like The Jeffersons, Family Matters, and many others that we loved and maybe emulate into our own family circle. But what's better than to have our very own locally produced sitcom that focuses on the daily lives of the mixed cultural middle-class families? The show is called The RuPaul. The drama is directed by Randolph Richelo and Jem Madhu Nascimento. Jem is the producer. She said that the show was in the making for over 10 years.
Well, I had an idea for a long time now, many years, over 10 years. And then last year, a year ago, I met with IPEN. They have now the creative industries under their portfolio that they're pushing. And they pushed me into, we discussed it and they said, yeah, go ahead and write it. We will help you. We'll give you a 20-25% support in it financially. And then I'll have to find out the sponsors. We should have come out in December, but I didn't get enough sponsors. So I worked on it and eventually, in May month, I was able to get a number of other sponsors like GT&T, Sankar Auto Works, the EPA, Ansa McCall, Social Cohesion Ministry, Ready Mix Concrete, Maggie's, GPL. I got all those people on board.
Randolph Critchlow, a man of many talents, gave us the inside glimpse of the days and lives of the RuPaul family.
The RuPaul family we have the mother and the father, played by Nurie Gerard and Mark Kazian. Then they have 3 children. Two of them go to Bishops. In the sitcom and in real life, they go to Bishops.
Part reality.
Yeah, Micaiah Smith and Sapphira Abraham. Of course, and they have a little daughter. Her name is Kylie Liverpool, 4 years old. Very wonderful little talent, right? So there is the mother, the father, the 3 children, and they're living at her mother's house. Her mother and father's house. Those grandparents are played by Ron Robinson and LaVon George. Right. Now, Ron Robinson and LaVon George are the old people in the house.
Older generation.
But of course, they're so different. She is the modern grandmother. Instagram, Facebook.
Really?
Yes. Right?
New age grandmother.
Exactly. And he is totally different. Right, he despises the internet. He thinks it's evil, right? And he likes to do things the old way. So there's always that, and she's siding with the children because she understands their world, and he doesn't.
The local sitcom is being aired. However, Jem explained that finding sponsorship is a difficult task. She said that she will need assistance in this regard if production is to remain possible.
It is not easy to get sponsorship. It's very difficult.
Yes, I've heard
so then we're extremely grateful to our sponsors that would have allowed us to get this far, turn this from just an idea in Miss Jem's head and an idea in my head, and put it on your television screen, GTNT, iPad, like we mentioned before, and the other sponsor. That is the crucial part.
Even GPL has come on board.
So if anyone wants to come on board, how can they make contact?
Well, they can make contact with me. I'm on 624-8694, or they can go on our Facebook page and leave a message and leave a contact information. We have a Facebook page. And for the Guyanese living overseas, this Facebook page is Days Like These. For Guyanese living overseas, we hope to put it on the YouTube shortly, so they'll have an opportunity to see it.
Days Like These is being aired every Friday on NCN Channel 11 from 20 hours and every Saturday from 18 hours on Channel 26, Cable Center 7 and NTN 69 at 20 hours. I'm Esther Stobart reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thank you, Esther. Guyana celebrates Emancipation Day tomorrow as Africans continue to glorify freedom from slavery on the 1st of August 1838. George Gonzalez tells us that activities for that day are many and got started even before Celebration Day.
Basil, in preparation for Emancipation Day, vendors took to Main Street Avenue to share their African-themed items. Many of the vendors are artisans in their own right, utilizing various natural materials that are indigenous to Guyana.
These here is all shells, coconut shell with beads to make the earrings. We have with the TV series straw, this is the cassava starch. We also have the coffee beans.
So that actually is made of coffee beans.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. So these are all, I guess.
This here is the TV series straw with the Yesi shell. It's an animal.
One of the vendors explained the importance of cultural events such as this.
We need some cultural programs back in this country to bring back our culture. A lot of our youths not even worrying right now about culture because they find that they got other stuff to do. You know what I mean? So right now, we here, and this threat here, actually trying to bring it back because it's not like how we want it, So I guess with this little contribution here, we could at least, it's a good start for our country to start building this cultural, you know what I mean?
With Emancipation Day in mind, one of the vendors had suggested that the government should expand on existing celebrations in a way that can aid the local economies of historic Afro-Guyanese villages.
We should celebrate an African village maybe every year.
just like the indigenous does. You know, they celebrate a village every year. Yeah. And that would be good for that village if everybody can get to that village and the economics and the village comes out and showcase what they have. You know, as well as the Indians too, you know, when they have the anniversary of coming to the, you know, to the diaspora, they also can celebrate a village, you know, because the indigenous does it, you know. They surround it with a little football, a little cricket, a day of activity, you know, and I'd like to see these things, you know, being done. You know.
On Emancipation Day, all of the vendors featured here can be found at the National Park. If you can't make it out to Main Street or the National Park but would still like to purchase one of the items seen here, visit our website at ch2headlinenews.com for more information. For Channel 2 Headline News, I'm George Gonzalez.
Thanks, George. Amelia Subdio, a 56-year-old domestic worker, was burnt to ashes in her home yesterday, Sunday. The home of the woman, who resided at Enterprise Gardens on the east coast of Demerara, went up in flames at approximately 16 hours. Police sources related that the woman was trapped in the house during the fire, and only afterwards, when firefighters managed to control the blaze, they discovered Subdio's charred body. Sources related that initially, the woman was not at home, and her husband locked the house to go on an errand. Subdio, who is known to be an alcoholic, is believed to have broken into the house when she returned and found it locked. It is also believed that she was under the influence of alcohol and may have attempted to cook. Still ahead, the murder of the young lady in Berbice. Stay tuned.
Around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride taxi service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Want to see the Amazon Warriors live and win tickets to the greatest cricket event of the year? Then show us your Warrior dance and you can win. It's easy. Check out our YouTube page, like the video, learn the moves, and upload your video for a chance to win.
Proud sponsors of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. GTT, do more.
Styles, simply different.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
Yet another senseless murder has been committed, and yet another family has been plunged into extreme grief as a result of the dastardly act. Here is Esther Sobers again to tell us about the issue.
A former student of the Berbice Educational Institute was murdered. 17-year-old Roshana Lakapal from No. 2 Village, Kanji, Berbice, was found dead at her home on Saturday. According to reports, the now-dead teen shared a relationship with a 25-year-old man, Ryan Singh, whom she befriended while she was attended. Read over the part again. According to reports, the now-dead teen shared a relationship with a 25-year-old man, Ryan Singh, whom she befriended while she was attending school. The teen and the man subsequently lived together in the lower flat of the building owned by her mother, who lived in the upper flat. Sources revealed that the young couple was arguing Thursday over the lack of interest in the man seeking a job. This resulted in Lakapal's mother demanding the young man to leave the home. On Saturday, it is believed that the suspect returned when the teen was home alone. It was probably then that he killed her by slitting her throat. Nadira Prasad, a neighbor from whom she worked with, discovered the body was lying on the floor. Nadira Prasad, a neighbor from whom she worked with, discovered the body was lying on the floor. Police are still looking for the suspect. Reporting for Channel 2. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
And that's Channel 2's Headline News for this Monday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, ch2headlinenews.com. The entire team on Headline News would like to take this opportunity to wish all of Guyana quality reflections on liberation as we usher in Emancipation Day tomorrow. You can also tune in at 6:30 tomorrow morning for a rebroadcast and on Wednesday for more news. Until then, I'm Basil Bradshaw signing up from this newscast.